technical wraparounds. How's that?
Okay. So a couple things this week is we finally got a YouTube and a Twitter. So we are now on all sorts of platforms for the Middletown Youth Coalition. We also have a website for the since last night. A YouTube and a Twitter.
Continue. Sorry.
Okay. We our website is middletownyouth.com. We have not had anything posted on that yet, but we now have all platforms for the Middletown Youth Coalition.
Which were and same for First Christian Church. We have the First Christian Church Youth Explosion for the Facebook. We have our First Christian Church, and so all of those are going to be linked with the scouting pages that we have. So we're all going to be going. So we'll give it a few minutes to get people to join. Looks like we already got some people joining, and we're going to tell you what we're going to do today. It's going to be kind of cool, right? You gonna have fun?
Yeah.
What's the music? Let me hear the music. Can anybody guess what we're going to do today? Hey, we're switched, by the way. You're in my chair.
You want to switch?
No, I don't want to switch.
Oh, man.
I feel better here. You feel like you're... I feel like
you're better over there, too.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I feel like this is the cool chair.
It is the cool chair.
We're going to play Jeopardy. We are going to play Jeopardy. We've got 6 people just on our watch, and I don't know where we're at. So as soon as we get some more people to join, we're going to play Jeopardy today. So one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to have 4 different categories for Jeopardy. And what we'll do is anybody that's watching we've got a screen, a nice big screen right here in front of us that says, hurry, the chat is waiting for you to make messages. And so what you will do is you will comment, I'm ready for my question, or you put a number, or hey, I'm ready, or anything of that nature. And in order that it comes, we will ask you questions, and you can choose, once we call your name, whether to be part of the 4
categories.
4 categories. Do you want to tell 2 of the categories?
Which?
Your 2 categories. Your 2 favorite categories.
Okay. So out of the 4 categories, I am handling the scouting questions and the swag questions.
Swag. Does everyone know what swag is, first of all?
I don't think they do.
Explain to them what swag is.
Swag is also known as like fashion. It's a different appearance and
it's for the fashion world and
fashion world.
So mine will be the Bible, and mine will be community. So you'll have questions about your community. You have questions about the Bible. You have questions about swag or fashion or today's pop culture, and you will have questions about scouting. So if you are ready for a question, whenever you guys join and you're ready, why don't you start asking questions? Just say that you're ready. Tell me which category you want to do, and we'll get right on it. That would be the coolest thing to do, is to get a bunch of people asking questions.
Yeah.
We'll start with Connor.
Okay.
And then we'll go to Benedict, because Connor is our tech guy today, and we also have Benedict, who is part of the Middletown Youth Coalition. He's here as well. Jim Harris is in. Jim, you should ask for a scout question. You should challenge Kobi to a scout question, is what you should do. So we'll start with Connor. Connor, choose a category.
What were my choices?
Scouting, community, the Bible, and swag. Or fashion. We're going to call it fashion. That's not better.
Pop culture.
Community.
Community. Who is the mayor of Middletown currently?
Nicole Condre. I never get her last name right.
Nicole, say the last name for us.
Condre.
Nicole Condre. Nicole Condre, you win. Woo, Connor. Connor answers the question. Benedict, the Bible, scouting, fashion, or community? Community. All right. We've got to do this in the form of answers.
Oh, yeah. You guys...
Yeah, that was so...
For the ones who don't know about Jeopardy, is the questions are reversed. I say a statement, or we will say a statement, and your answer has to be in the form of a question. Like the one that Jeff just did to Connor should have been the mayor of Middletown. She is the mayor of Middletown. And Connor would have answered, Who is
Nicole Condrey.
Nicole Condrey?
All right. So as Benedict gets ready, you guys can comment, and you can comment on anywhere. On my watch party, you can comment on Middletown Youth Coalition. You can comment on First Christian Church. You can comment on Connor's page. We'll be able to see all the comments as they come up. Thank you for waving and saying hi. To Jim Andrus. I'm saying that wrong. Eris. I'm sorry. I'm horrible with names, last names. Jim, how's that?
Okay.
All right. Benedict, you ready? Here is your answer. This was founded in Middletown so that the corporate employees of Armco can get back and forth to meetings around the country faster.
Can he phone a friend?
He can phone a friend if he needs to. But this was founded so that the corporate employees of Armco, American Rolling Steel Mill Company, that employees of Armco could get to meetings and get back and forth to meetings around the country faster. What is that? What is the answer? Or the question?
Come again, please.
Oh my goodness, Benedict. You cannot help, Connor. Look, Chrissy, Christy, you are so right. But which airport? So this was
a question.
And it does have to be in the form of a question.
It is.
This was founded so that Armco corporate employees could get around to meetings and back and forth faster.
I thought the question would have been like easy like his own, you know.
No, it's not easy. It's part of part of our community.
Better to flip flop.
Yeah, we could have flip flopped this. But Christy was right. It was Hookfield. Yes, Hookfield, the airport. All right. So now, Christy, since that is Christy, right? Christy, since you answered, now you get to choose Bible, Hook Airport. That's right. You get to choose Bible, community, scouting, or swag, or American pop culture. So since you've already answered, Christy, now you get to answer one too. So choose a category and we'll ask and we'll do it. Brad Dalton, Brad, you should do scouting for sure. We've got Daryl Templeton joined. Amanda Coblin is here. Chad Johnson is here. Charlene Kidd. Hi, Charlene. So if you guys are asking, you are here playing Jeopardy. So all you have to do is say, hey, this is the category I want to be in, and I will ask the question, or Kobi will ask the question, and then you will answer. Community. Christy, I'm getting a lot of community. All right, community. Christy, he is the outgoing mayor of Middletown.
Oh my God!
Benedict's like, wait a second, that was too easy. He is the outgoing, should have just chosen swag. That's true. You should have chosen swag, Benedict. So, Chrissy, he is the outgoing mayor of Middletown.
Chrissy knows everything about.
Yeah, she should know. All right, and so now, next we will have, and I've got Tom Forsyth. Tom should get a scouting question. We are playing Jeopardy. So if you would like to partake and play, all you have to do is...
Larry Mulligan.
Larry Mulligan is correct.
Right.
That is right. That is right. Look, see, everyone's gotten right except for Benedict so far. So if you want to play Jeopardy, and this is fun, we're having a good time. Amanda just joined us. Amanda Coleman and all of the scouts in her household and all of the youth and people in her household. So... that's awesome. So if you would like to have a question and play Jeopardy with us, that is awesome. All you have to do is tell us by commenting what different category you want to be in. So you can be in the Bible, you can be in community, you can be in swag, and you can be in scouting. So any of those you can ask, and we can go from there. Give me another chance. Okay. So
we'll give you another one.
We're going to give Benedict one more chance. Benedict, you have one more chance. We're going to go with swag or pop culture.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Kobe. Give it to him.
Kobe, please kill me softly.
This fashion brand has the same letter of the alphabet twice in its logo.
Wow.
Some letter of the alphabet.
Twice in the logo.
Huh. Hold on. Gucci.
Yes, Gucci.
Gucci.
GG.
Gucci. Oh, come on, Gucci. All right. So who all do we have? Can you tell who's on?
Right now, you've pretty much
Set it all.
been on board with everything.
All right. Gucci. Yay. Okay. So, Kobe, are you ready?
Yeah.
Scouting.
You want a scouting question?
No. I'm gonna give you a scouting question.
That's not how this works.
This is-
That's my category.
Okay. Well, then you give me a scouting question.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be very bad. If I get this wrong, whew.
I kind of hope you do, just to see
Okay.
what happens.
All right.
I have to form this into a statement. Hold on.
And then I'm gonna give you a Bible question.
Wonder if we could get Wesley and Evelyn McCormick to guess some questions.
Is Wesley and
That would be
Evelyn,
cool if
are
they
they
can-
here?
Travis's account is watching.
Travis, I bet they could get the Wesley, and then they could get some questions. So if you guys, if the McCormick family would like to be in our Jeopardy game, all they have to do is comment whether they want to be if they want a question from the Bible, a question about the community, which is Middletown. So if you're in Middletown, you want the community. Sorry, McCormick, 'cause I'm not part of the community up there, so I wouldn't have community answers for you. But you can do scouting and you can do pop culture swag. So now he's going to give me the scouting question, and this is going to be all bad.
This is a camp question from Boy Scout camp.
Okay,
Scout.
Boy Scout camp question, Friedlander. Oh my goodness, if I get this wrong, I'm never going to live it down.
This is the depth of the lowest point in Lake
Marsh.
Shot.
The lowest point in Lake March shot? Well, that's easy.
I don't know that I could answer that.
I get the lowest. Are you talking about the deepest part
The
of Main?
deepest part.
82 feet. 82 feet.
I don't know if I should accept that.
Why not?
It's not in the form of a question.
Sorry. What is 82 feet? The deepest part of Lake March is. What is the deepest part of Lake March? What is 82 feet?
Okay.
Now, that I will tell you this. There are people that say that is not correct, Kobe.
I know.
They
people will
say
that.
it could be anywhere from 90 feet is what we've heard, and there could be all the way up to 75 feet. But
I've
82
heard-
feet is the standard from the ranger, Jason Neal, who runs the property. 82 feet is how deep Marge shot is. So yes.
Good job.
All right, you ready for yours?
Yeah.
Bible question.
Okay.
All right, Bible question. Locusts, water to blood, and the beginning of the Passover, so it will be gentle.
That wasn't a question. That was not a statement.
That is a statement.
That was. We rephrased that for me.
Okay. Well, let's do one a little easier.
Yeah, I might ask you to rephrase that for him.
Yeah.
That was a little weird.
Because it started with locust. There was nothing
That
I was
makes
looking
sense.
It made sense. Okay, so how about this? He was the person who held Moses' people in captivity.
for. Now, am I looking for a person or a group of people?
The
or-
person who held Moses' people in captivity. There was a Disney movie about it, of all things.
There was?
There was a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
There was a
It was
Disney
a
movie.
big deal, too.
Big deal.
I feel really bad now. Hold on.
They made big old
You were little,
statues to
but it was a
him.
big deal.
They made big old statues to him. I'll even accept. Jim, you are absolutely right.
Why can I see
from the
these
last
answers?
one? Because it's on my way. Jim, you were right. That was the answer to that one. So you are a winner. That's awesome. All right. So now, Jim, you got to ask another one to get in one of the categories. So Jim answered, and he was right the first time. So
For
what were
me?
yours? No,
Ah.
for the one I asked before.
Why can't I see that?
because that's in my my watch party.
Oh man. Okay.
My watch party.
So.
Daryl Templeton is here too. Oh, I have a great
feel
one for
really
Daryl.
bad I don't know
Daryl,
this
if
one.
you're still watching, which I think you are, Daryl Templeton, I am going to ask you. You comment and say yes, and I have a Bible question for you. Actually, it's a community question and a Bible question mixed. All
I'm
right.
gonna have to phone a friend on this.
You're gonna have to phone a friend.
Yeah.
Okay, phone a friend.
Mr. Thompson,
Pastor Thompson.
Pastor, I'm gonna need your.
Hello?
I need your assistance.
I've forgotten the question.
Who is the person that kept Moses' people
In captivity.
in captivity? I don't know this one. It's very. It's gonna be very. What?
Well, so and
Who
what's
is Ramses?
there? You go.
Really? Never heard of that.
Yeah, or the Pharaoh.
Pharaoh?
You could say Pharaoh.
See, that's different.
All right, Jim has a scout. Jim has asked.
This is the easiest question of
I was looking for a specific name. I could have said Pharaoh. I wouldn't have.
All right,
Ramses is the very
I didn't know-
specific name.
I didn't
that's
know
the name of
Ramses.
the Pharaoh.
I would have said
Pharaoh would
Pharaoh.
have been
Ready,
tough.
Kobe? You've
I
got
didn't know I was
you've got a
gonna
question.
accept. Okay, I got a question.
To Jim.
Scouting.
Scouting question to Jim.
This is the year that Camp Edward Freelander was founded.
Wow, that is Jim.
Throw him a softball.
That's a softball to you, Jim. The year Camp Edgar Friedlander was founded.
If he can't get this one, that's something wrong.
Oh, it's almost impossible not to get.
Exactly. If you know anything about scouting.
Or a huge event
Been
that
around
happened,
for a year.
or have been around for a year, or was part of the huge event from last year. So,
Right.
so Jim, the question is, or the statement is, the year that Edgar Friedlander, Camp Edgar Friedlander was founded.
See, I'm going with actual Jeopardy. You know, the question, the
And Jamie March just
statements
joined
are
it.
easy.
Joined
They
it.
get harder
Joined it.
and
You just
harder.
joined it, Jamie. Joined. Jamie just joined.
Okay.
And so did Kelly Cassidy. So if you guys are playing Jeopardy with the community, the kids in the community, the youth of First Christian Church, scouting, and anybody else wants to join, and we're just having Jeopardy. So you have 4, and I will give you the answer, and we'll tell you if Jim was right. So you have 4 categories: the Bible. You have swag, which is American pop culture, scouting questions, and community questions. Jim says 1910.
I'm not going to accept that.
You shouldn't accept it. Okay, so no, 1910.
It wasn't even a form of question. I couldn't.
It wasn't even a form of. Well, he does have a little question mark.
Oh, okay.
So 1910 is not correct. Sorry, not correct.
He's going to pull up with some fact and be like, "Nope, this is exactly why."
Well, so explain to him when it was and why and what has just transpired.
So the year Camp Edgar Freelander was founded, is 1919. Seeming how we had a 100-year anniversary last year in 2019.
Now, I'm going to tell you that there may be some scholars out there that may just disagree a tad bit with you.
Which is fine.
But yes, it is agreed that most of it is 1919. Correct.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
All right. So Jennifer Lewis has joined. Jennifer, we are playing, once again, Jeopardy with all the youth in the community, anybody that wants to join. And what will you do is you just type in BSA 1910. Yes, BSA is 1910.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but Edgar Friedlander was founded in Camp Edgar Friedlander was 1919. And there's a cool story about that. And then I'll have Kobe explain to Jennifer and Glenn what the rules are. Glenn South. Oh, Glenn South just joined. He's getting a Bible question.
Okay.
So here is the reason that Camp Edgar Friedlander is the coolest camp. There was a camp that they were camping on across the river in Kentucky. It got shut down, and Edgar Friedlander anonymously wanted to be anonymous. Donated a small portion of the land that is now Camp Friedlander. and he put the deed and title on to the land on the table, and said that he hopes that people for generations and generations will understand how wonderful scouting is for young men and women, as he has found through his life. So, Kip, if you ever want to Google and study something about scouting, Friedlander here in your community is a wonderful, in your area is a wonderful plethora of history about scouting. So Camp Edgar Friedlander is an amazing, amazing, amazing place. All right, so with that being said, Mike Ratterman joined. Mike, what's up, short bus? That is Mike Ratterman's favorite nickname for Kobi, which fits in tremendously. And you know what? I still have almost Mike Ratterman. Before I go into any further, Mike, I almost lost the rubber band, but we still have the rubber band in a tote, a small tote in the closet. And when we were moving into the new house, I went, what is this broken rubber band here for? And I thought, no, I better save that. And Kobe was like, you know what that rubber band is. So we still have the rubber band, Mike. But we are playing Jeopardy with the youth of the community. We're also playing with any of this, with Youth First Christian Church, Youth of 3R Development now, and Middletown Youth Coalition. And we are having a wonderful time. The way that you play is that you ask. Just type in the comments, either in my watch video or any of the different media that we're using. Type in
the 4 categories.
The 4 categories. 4 categories are Bible, swag or American pop culture, community, or scouting. So here we go. Someone ask, give us a different area, and we'll give it to you. Now, Glenn. We're going to, yes, you guys can ask us questions too, but Glenn South is watching now. Glenn is my oldest son. He is a missionary. He just got back from Turkey. He is part of Grace Baptist Church. They do a podcast on Fridays as well from Grace Baptist Church. And so he has, as soon as he says, yes, Dad, I'm going to ask a question, or I'm going to answer a question, I'm going to give you a question, and it's going to be hard, and you're going to...
He just never goes, yes, Dad.
He doesn't ever go, yes, Dad. It's like a 30-minute lecture as to why he should say yes, and then he says yes. So I have a question myself. Okay, Benedict, let's go. What question is it? Hi, Tia. Hi, Tia. Benedict, what's your question? Community.
Yes.
All right, let's do this.
Okay. Who is the executive director of Middletown United Ways?
Can we both answer?
Who is the... Glenn said no. Glenn, you're going to answer a question. This is your dad speaking. You have to answer a question.
I got this.
No.
Who is the executive director of
Middletown
United Ways? The Salvation Army is the general. What's his name, right?
Wow. You are not making any community.
Hold on.
I'm going to remove myself
okay.
from this question because I know this answer.
All right. So, who is the executive director of the Middletown United Way? That question was posed...
You made me suffer with the Pharaoh. Your turn. Your turn.
Okay.
For the friend.
I've had personal lunches with this individual and interviews with
Kobe,
that individual.
the question was posed to you. Who is the executive?
Not posed to me. For a fact, it was not posed to me.
Who is the? Do you know?
I'm sorry. Are you the community?
I am.
Is it your category, community?
I'm gonna phone a friend. Hold on. Phone a friend.
Oh God, this is so
Hey Connor, who was that guy? That person that you had lunch with all the time from the United Way?
Terry Shear.
Terry Shear. The answer is Terry Shear.
The answer is what? Who is Terry?
All right. So Jamie Marks has a question, and it's kind of a funny thing.
Okay.
And I've got a funny answer for it too. He says, "Hey, did I see you shotgun in a blue Tesla yesterday or the day before, right next to AutoZone on Roosevelt? Two reasons why you did not see me in riding shotgun in a blue Tesla on Roosevelt next to AutoZone, Jamie. One, you know the answer to, and Chad is watching too, so he'll know the answer to. One is that we are in a community lockdown and a nation lockdown where we're keeping social distancing, and we're not leaving the house unless we have to. And so, no, I did not leave the house yesterday. And 2, do you really think I fit in the passenger seat of a Tesla? A Tesla.
There was a Tesla in Ohio?
There was a Tesla. There's all kinds of Tesla in Ohio.
Right,
But no. So no, I was not in the Tesla. Tesla. I don't think I could even try. That's the funny thing is we did take a trip down to Dallas, Texas just recently, and we stopped and we had access to a Rolls Royce Phantom and a McLaren. The McLaren, there's no way in the world anybody over 150 pounds can get into a McLaren.
Unless you are exactly 5'3" and like 20 pounds, there's no way you can get into it.
No, not into a McLaren.
It's not possible.
So the next question, Glenn, are you ready for your question? You're ready for your question? Name the brothers of Jesus Christ. 2 of the brothers of Jesus Christ. That is your answer.
I don't think he can one. I don't think he can do it.
So we've got off the Jeopardy thing. So yeah, these were 2 of the brothers of Jesus Christ. That is your question. So type in, please, Glenn South,
Come up with one.
your answer to that one. That's going to be. We're waiting. We're gonna let him. And then Gary Deaton has joined too. Oh, we gotta wait till the song's over. Sorry.
Okay, that's about it. There's only a couple seconds off.
That's one of them, yes.
All right. So we've got. I have a question myself.
There's
We've
lag
got.
time.
Yes, we have some lag time too. So.
Yes.
So Glenn, if you're still watching. The question or the answer is these are 2 of the brothers of Jesus Christ. You would have to answer who is, and then you would have that answer. And he keeps saying no, but he's going to answer. He's going to answer.
He has to.
He has to answer. He'll probably give the lineage all the way back to. No, I'm just teasing. So Kobi,
Okay.
tell us a little bit about what you're doing in social media. The questions that you've had on all the pages. What are that about? There's a bunch of trivia coalitions.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of trivia questions because exactly a week ago we started the 24 hours of Uno. And we had a couple people in the comments during this live, and we're sending them a deck of Uno cards. And since I posted them, not a single person has commented. I've got a couple.
They watch. They watch.
But they never comment.
What?
The 2 that are still up are still available. They're easy questions.
They're easy questions.
Easy-ish questions.
All right, well, give the questions.
One of the questions was, what day did... Why can't I remember it off the top of my head? What day did... What's his name? Christopher Columbus signed a contract with Spain to find a passage to Asia and the Indies.
And the largest bone in the human body.
Yes, and that was the other one. What is the heaviest and largest bone in the human body?
And then Glenn, you're back. Glenn's joined again, so that means he dropped off and then came back. So Glenn, we've decided that you're going to answer a question. And your question was simply this. So it's formed in Jeopardy, so you would say who is, and the answer would be, these are two of the brothers of Jesus Christ. So you have to answer those. If not, you'll answer them when we get home. So I went to the restroom. Sonia said you asked a question. Check out Mark 6. Well, you can't just give us marks. You have to tell us. He said, check out Mark 6. As he says. He's not answering the question. He said no. He said no. He's not joining. But anyway, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit while we're waiting on some more responses about the what we're doing and what the Middletown Youth Coalition is all about. And Kobi can chime in a little bit about this. But what we've done is we're creating a series of social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, now a website, MiddletownYouth.com, for a place where you guys can go and interact as the youth of Middletown in a safe and secure way. You guys can talk back and forth. You can share ideals. Some of the things that we're going to do with the Middletown Youth Coalition is that on the website we're going to have places where you guys can go and get resources. You're having some hard time. You need to talk to somebody. There'll be some phone numbers there to talk to somebody about risk management, about stress, about different things that are going on in your life. There'll be help centers. If you're struggling with maybe even some homework, there might be some information on where to get some tutoring. But anything that you guys as the youth need, we're going to start to show you where you can receive that in the community. And then as we start to come back as a community and we start to interact again, we're going to start hosting game nights. And those game nights are going to be set up at different churches here in the town. And what we do is we come and we just have a safe place to enjoy each other, enjoy hanging out together and playing some board games without cell phones, without computers and tablets, just kind of hanging out, getting to know everybody, and having a safe place to hang out. And we're going to have adults from the community come out and do just that. Just play games with you guys, hang out with you guys. We'll have the police chief. We'll have the fire chief. We might even try to get the mayor. We'll have some of the senators that are here from the town. We're hoping that Michelle Novak, hopefully that she's watching now. James, he named off 4. He named 4 of them. So Glenn, you are awesome. But we're hoping that Michelle Novak, one of our people that are running for a seat, she'll come out and hang out. And then what we'll do is we'll actually spend some time just getting to know them, having you understand that they're just like us, right? They want to hear your voice, and we're going to give you the ability to have a voice in a way that you guys can communicate with them. So they'll just come play games, get to know you, get to know that they're real people, and then they'll step aside for maybe the last hour of the game night, and you guys can go up and ask them questions or tell them anything that you want to tell them without them having to give you a speech or preach to you. That you can just go and talk to them like normal people and tell them that this is what the youth are concerned with. This is what we're struggling with and what we're stressed about in our community, and then that will start to make an effective change in what we do and how legislation is formed, how rules are formed here in the city, how things are taken care of in the city, because we want to hear from you guys. We want to hear that you're the next generation of Middletonians. You're the people that are going to be running this city. You're going to be running this community and being activists in our community. We want to know what you guys need to do and what you guys need to succeed. So with that, Kobi, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, actually, our YouTube channel, we filmed our first video yesterday about positive family communication. We're going to cover a whole bunch of different topics for the youth and adults and whoever. Short 5-minute videos. And if any youth in Middletown want to be a part, please contact either me or Jeff or Benedict or whoever. Be a part of a video and whatnot. It's going to be really great, really helpful, really fun.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes as youth, one of the things that we learned through scouting, working with tons of kids in scouting and working with the youth here at First Christian Church and the youth in our community. So we're very blessed as a family. The Wilders get to interact with the youth group from Yankee Road First Church of God. We get to interact with some of the youth from First Presbyterian here at First Christian Church. We're a part of the Ministerial Alliance, so we get to see a lot of different youth in different organizations. And some of the things that the youth are resoundingly speaking of is they don't feel they have a voice. That you guys, as the youth of Middletown, don't have a way to communicate what you guys are going through or what you guys need to better your life. And we know that us as adults, sometimes we get into the swing of everyday life. We're taking care of the bills, we're taking care of a house, we're taking care of the community. The leaders are doing their jobs, and we're so focused on trying to make a difference and trying to make the community better that we don't listen to the voices that are going to be the next generation. And so we want to change that. We want you guys to have a positive, safe space to be able to say, hey, this is what's going on with us. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we really need help with right now. And in doing so, with the right people involved and the right people on board, we can start to make that change, and we can start to make a better Middletown and a better tomorrow for the entire community through you guys. So that's what we're really, really going to focus on in the next year is working in our community, making sure that we help found the Middletown Youth Coalition through you guys. And we're going to take the whole structure of scouting and kind of use that and mold that to doing the same thing for the Middletown Youth Coalition. We don't want Benedict to tell us what we're going to do. We don't want Chrissy, who is the head of the Middletown Safety Council that's helping put this together, which thank you so much for all you do. We want to have the youth and you guys tell us what you need so that we can structure that. And not only just what you guys need, but eventually we would love to see you guys working it and you guys doing those things. Youth-led. Hey, game nights are really awesome, but we would like to go and do this. Well, then you guys put that together and let's get it done. And so as we start to change and make an effective change in our community, we have all these different groups that are able to come together and be a part of a great change in our community. We can start to see the community get better through coming together in unity. That's with all of our churches, that's our youth groups, that's our scouting groups, that's everyone coming together and the youth starting to make a difference. Because we always talk about the youth as our future. Well, the kids are our future now. Now the future is now. Let's see what you guys need to make sure it's better.
Right.
Yeah. So tell me about your video. Tell me a little bit about your video.
We filmed a video about positive family communications and different ways to for the parents to interact with their child and the child to interact with the parents. Make sure, especially in this time of quarantine, that no one's getting mad and angry, and the tension in the household is less.
Yep. Deborah Watts is here. Hi, Deborah. Deborah's my mom. So tell us about how your quarantine's going. We're going to put him on the spot. Tell us about your quarantine, Kobi.
This quarantine has been the worst.
Okay.
As a senior, I would like to, go do the things the seniors do.
Like?
Seniors. I mean, the only good thing about this is my senior skip day has been awesome.
This is the longest senior skip day in history.
Best senior skip day. But other than that, I don't get to go to the prom like the rest of the seniors. I don't get to walk graduation like the seniors. And the online classes have been horrendous.
Why is that?
Because the amount of work that the teachers give you. Now, there are some nice teachers that, understand that there's a lot of work going around, so they give you a break, and some weeks there's not even work to do, but trying to play catch up on all the work, because you don't have a teacher there. So like in math, the teacher would go and explain what we're doing today and would leave the equations on the board, so that way if I needed help I could look up, or I could ask the teacher, hey, I don't understand this, can you explain it better? I don't have that anymore. I don't understand as well as I used to understand. It's a lot.
What about home life?
Home life, I mean, it's been fine. I get to sleep until 1 o'clock every day.
So when you're talking about not being able to go to prom and not being able to do a graduation on time, how does that work out, and how do you feel about that?
I mean, I've personally come to accept the fact that it's not going to happen for me. Oh well. But for a lot of seniors, it really sucks. It's the one or two things that we looked forward to doing the 4 years of high school. Some of us been playing this since freshman year, and now that's just taken away from us, it's a little upsetting.
So what would be a solution to something like that?
Once this is all together, don't keep in contact with your school friends. Make up for the 2-3 months, 4 months that you guys didn't have together. Hang out during the summer if that's a possibility. Keep in touch. Just
so what would
each other.
What would a prom look like? Would you want as a senior from Middletown High School? I know that Jerry Lewis has got a program where they're adopting some seniors at Madison. I'm not really sure about that program, but please go check her out and see what that's about. But for you, with the Middletown Youth Coalition and with First Christian Church and all the youth groups that we've got going on and the Scouts, what would it look like to build a senior prom later on down the road?
a good question.
Is that something that you guys would want?
Me personally, I would not care. Getting to spend time with a lot of people is really the important part of like proms and homecomings, just to see your friends and hang out outside of school.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of seniors would very much enjoy, having a dance where they can get up, get dressed up to, get a limo, fancy dinners,
Yeah.
and whatnot.
I have Uno card mailers.
Uno card mailers. We have some
Cool.
Nikki to send out. So here's a question, and here's something for you, for everyone that's watching. We're kind of talking a little bit to reiterate and tell you what's going on. As Kobi was telling us about some videos that he had made on YouTube with the Middletown Youth Coalition, and we were talking about the First Christian Church youth group and how all of us come together to kind of make Middletown better. And one of the things that he said is that seniors of Middletown are kind of down and depressed about not having a prom and not having a graduation. So your graduation is going to be July...
Yeah, they moved it. July 9th is for Butler Tech, and then Middletown's is August 3rd.
So August 3rd. What would be
Vice
really
versa,
awesome
one or
is
the
if
other.
we had, an amazing water park here around
It
town.
was vice versa.
Is it vice versa?
Butler Tech is August 3rd, Middletown's July 9th.
Yeah, so if we had an awesome water park around town that could help us maybe partner with the Middletown Youth Coalition and all the seniors, and we could kind of come together as a community and put together a nice prom / swimming party for the youth of Middletown.
I am not opposed to jumping into a pool in a full suit.
A full suit, that would be awesome. Well, that's something that we need to look at. Is that we need to one of the things we need to look at is that that's something that is kind of troubling you as one of the youth of Middletown and the seniors of Middletown, is what we can do to make that better. So I think that would be a great thing to do. With that, what time is it?
3:42.
3:42. So we're right on time, about 45 minutes, and we're done. So to reiterate, let's go over just a few things, and then I've got a couple words, and then we can do. So tell us where you can get in contact with you can get in contact with First Christian Youth, First Christian Church Youth at First Christian Youth Explosion, First Christian Church. We've got Twitter, Facebook, all kinds of things for that. Where can they see other places that we can get together at?
For the Middletown Youth Coalition, every platform, social media platform, we got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, email, a website.
And what is the Middletown Youth Coalition again? One more time. What are we doing? What's our end goal for the Middletown Youth Coalition? Safe space for you guys to hang out and talk. Okay. With that being said, you guys know how to get a hold of us. We'll be going live again next Friday at 3 o'clock to join again. We'll try to hopefully get some more technical responses. And Connor, our tech guy, who's also, he has another job here in the church, but today he's our tech guy. He said that he might even be able to get a Jeopardy board together. So we'll work a little harder on seeing what's going on next week and where we're at next week. But we will be broadcasting again next week, 3 o'clock, Friday. And we'll talk a little bit more about what's going on, and hope that you guys join your friends and ask your friends. Hit the like and subscribe to any of the channels, or like any of our pages and be able to see us. With that being said, we'll end with a couple words about what you really need to be focusing on. Right now we're focusing on all the bad things that are happening in this lockdown. A lot of people are starting to get angry. A lot of people are starting to want to go back to work and want to get out of the house and really starting to have tempers flare. We need to, as a group, as Christians, as Middletonians, as a community, start to realize that this is good, that these are good things happening, that we can then start to focus again on our family. We can start to focus again on the relationships inside of our house, that right now we have no excuse not to interact with one another. We have no excuse not to better the relationships that we have with the people that we're living with. And we know that tempers are short, but there's always someone that we can lean on, and there's always someone that's going to see us through as long as we put our faith in Him, and that's Jesus Christ. So we need to make sure that we understand that as we move forward, that these are good things, that we're called back to a community, we're called back to our family, and we're called back to get in a relationship with everyone in our home and a relationship with God. We'll end in prayer, and we'll see you next week. So if everyone would join me and prepare themselves in the manner in which they are accustomed, we'll leave in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you. We thank you for this opportunity to come together. We thank you for the platforms that you've given us. Lord, we thank you that no matter what, your word, your will, and your want for this community, for the youth, and for this church, and for all churches in Middletown cannot be stopped. Even when the devil comes against us and says that he is going to stop and put a stop to meeting, God provides a way. And we thank you that you are directing all of our paths. And now, Lord, we ask that you put a hedge of protection around each one of our youth. We ask that as we leave this place, but never your presence, you encamp angels and the Holy Spirit around us to guide us, mentor us, and keep us in your will. In Jesus Christ's name we all asked. Amen. We'll see you next week.